Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Lee Sharon, and this is Old Tavern Farm. It's another beautiful, windy spring day here on the farm, and as you can see over my shoulder, there's a little project going on. And that's what I wanted to show you guys today, and I also wanted to discuss I've kind of been picking up, although I'm not on social media, I have been kind of picking up rumblings of how kind of popular homesteading is getting, and there's something new now called farmfluencers, which I think is hilarious. Somebody actually called me an influencer the other day, and I was like, nope. Anyway, so back to the project. This has been a project that has been years in the waiting. And that is our barn. This is the colonial barn right here. This is the original tiny little barn that you've seen in some previous clips, the big beams that are inside. Well, about 125 years ago, they basically went over the top of the colonial barn with this gambrel roof, Victorian era barn. And about the last 30 years, they did re-roof this side of the barn that faces the street that you can hear the big truck going by. But they never did the back side of the barn. And that roof back there has been leaking since we moved in. Well, now that we're going to try to be establishing a line of beef here, and we're going to be having probably more livestock here, we really need to keep as much hay in that hay loft that's up there as we possibly can. And in the past, we've just basically put a line of buckets down right here along this joint right here is where the leak is on the backside. So we've just been putting buckets down there, but we can't keep hay there because one thing you can't do if you decide to homestead, don't let your hay get wet, ever. Ever. So that is the message. If you guys homestead and you have livestock and you keep hay, you have to make sure that hay stays bone dry until you feed it. Because not only can it get skunked with mold and make an animal sick, it can also ignite. If a bale of hay gets wet inside, it makes heat. It composts from the inside out. It makes heat. And then you can get spontaneous combustion within that bale of hay. And people and animals, buildings are lost, all the time in barn fires like that involve hot hay. So you gotta keep that hay dry. All right. So the other thing I want to talk to you guys about is the reality of homestead life isn't how you sometimes see it on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. I mean, I try to give you guys some of the pretty side of homestead life, but it can be dirty, disgusting, hot, cold, stinky, disappointing, sad, tragic, messy, and expensive. Okay, so bottom line is homesteading is not a cheap way to live. I don't think we save money. We might save money in terms of having our own egg supply and having our own vegetable supply, because when a head of cauliflower is, almost $4, just one head of cauliflower is almost $4, and I can raise 15 or 20 of them out there for the cost of a seed packet, which is usually around $1 to $2. You can save money that way, but at the end of the day, we heat with wood. This is our wood house here. We heat with wood. We have animals to take care of, which means that there's, veterinary medicine that has to come into play from time to time. They need feed, and it's not an inexpensive way of life. It's a quality way of life, but it is not cheap. So if you guys are planning on going into homesteading at all or at any level, just understand why you're going into it. What is your goal? And there's a level for anybody when you're trying to make less of an impact on the earth and consume less, and produce more and stay out of those systems that basically tell you what to do. Anybody that knows me knows that I really don't like to be told what to do. Sorry. Okay, so this is a look at the point at which the barn roof repair is happening. So they've put this little lip on and they've put these purlons down because our barn is older and the sheathing underneath the roof is board lumber. It's not OSB or sheets of plywood. So they had to put those purlons on right there. Those strips of wood are called purlons, to make sure that the screws could capture something to screw into, basically. What am I trying to say? Okay, so that's where we are with the barn so far, and now I'm going to take you upstairs in the hayloft to show you kind of what the reality was in terms of what we had to do to mitigate the leaks that we had for the last 6 years. So this project has been waiting for 6 years to get done. So it's actually really it's a big achievement, and it's a really a gratifying thing that this is getting repaired. All right, come up to the hayloft with me. Okay, so this is the ladder that goes up to the hayloft. We're actually in the shed side of the barn that I showed you. This is the original colonial barn side. And you can hear the light right here, the shadows over here is the daylight coming in through those slabs, those boards of lumber. And so I'm going to take you up this ladder here, but I just wanted to show you kind of neat. This is not going to happen again, probably ever, the sunlight coming in through that roof. And I just thought it was kind of neat to capture that. But this is how we access our hayloft with this ladder. And come with me now and I'll take you upstairs. Okay, so you can see this is where we keep all of our summer fans and things during the winter, and that's my son's kayak over there. But you can see this 5-gallon bucket full of water stains on the ground. More water stains, and there's actually, you can see it was really starting to rot the wood. So more buckets, more water stains, more buckets. We were using whatever we could. Now you can see as the crew is working on the roof, you can see where the daylight is coming through the old boards, and they're just now beginning to start making it watertight, which is going to be a great thing, because right there, I will show you, right in this joint right here where the roof bends in the gambrel style roof, that is where the old roof was letting in all kinds of water. And it was just on this back side. Okay guys, so I wanted you guys to meet my contractor, Joe Witchley, and he is working on the farm for the first time. He's got several projects that he's going to be working here on the farm. So, but local peeps, I wanted you guys to meet him and know who he is and all that good stuff. And so, Joe, yep. We already said your name. So, where are you located and what do you do?
We're located in Poland, New York, and we do a lot of restoration of old properties and stuff like that, mainly roofing and chimneys, metal roofs, asphalt shingles, EPDM, rubber, any roof pretty much we do that. Block or brick chimneys, you know, we do some masonry restoration and stuff like that, but pretty much any restoration of an old property we can do, and it's not a big deal. So
Great. So do you cover all of central New York? Do you travel? Where do you?
within an hour or so of central New York, but you know, we'll travel a little bit outside of that for the right project and stuff like that. So
Okay.
anything.
Wonderful. Well, Joe, I want to thank you so much for doing my projects here on the farm. And I know you're going to be back to work on my chimneys, but I just wanted folks to get to meet you
Yep.
and see what excellent work you're doing. So
Absolutely.
thanks so much.
Absolutely, we appreciate it. Thank you.
It might be a crazy homestead life, a messy homestead kitchen, a little bit of a cookie business, and garden house all day long. But at the end of the day, I can still come in this messy kitchen and cook myself a plate of my very own beautiful, delicious, clean, wonderful tasting homegrown bacon. Thanks so much for coming to visit. Thanks to all you new subscribers for coming to join us here at the farm. I look forward to having you all travel with me on this crazy journey that we call homestead life. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. What's going on back there? Geese are loud today. Why wouldn't everybody seriously raise pigs? We got geese, we got UPS trucks. It's crazy around here. How are you? What kind did you get? All right. As you do. Today is cookie cart day.